you can track the weather by my facial hair configuration, right? So we have full beard, mustache, goatee when it's cold out, mustache and goatee when it's cool, spring and fall, just goatee when it's warm out, summer. Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah,
right.
It is.
Welcome to the Snapshot. I'm here today with our special guest co-host, Brad Hastings. Brad is our, I'm going to get it right. He's our food programs. He's our community food programs manager. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, community food programs manager, Brad Hastings. We're going to talk about the food pantry in general. We're going to talk about our Plant a Row for Hunger campaign, which is an annual thing we do. We'll get to that, and that's just starting up now. Let's start with some general information on the food pantry. Like, what kind of numbers are we seeing typically in the food pantry?
So, it kind of fluctuates from month to month. We are serving 600 to 800 families a month.
Okay.
Just kind of varies. And then that comes out to be between 1,500 and 2,000 individuals a month.
Wow. Now, and let's talk about the duplicated, unduplicated, which can be confusing for some people.
Okay.
Some of those people are coming back more than once, right?
Usually, technically they're only supposed to come in once a month.
Okay, so those numbers are as close to unduplicated as we can get, really.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Here's a trivia question. We'll see who knows the answer to this. Is the food pantry busier in November or July? What's the answer to that?
The food pantry will definitely be busier in July than it would be in November.
Even though Thanksgiving's in November, why? No. That's always a loaded, stupid question.
Yeah.
Right? So why is the pantry busier in the summer?
So during the school year, we know that 55% of Newaygo County kids are on free and reduced lunch, and in the summer, they obviously are not getting those lunch and breakfast. So that's 2 meals a day unaccounted for that would traditionally be covered by the school system. Right.
So a lot of families really struggled over the winter months, keeping up with heat bills and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. They finally start getting ahead of that. Summer comes along, they don't have to worry about the heat and energy bills, and they got kids home, food costs goes everywhere. Yeah, triple. Okay.
Yeah.
But most people don't think about giving to the pantry in the summer months. Right. So we would highly recommend, if you're going to you're planning on doing like a can drive with your Boy Scout troop or a Girl Scout troop or something like that, summer months are a great time. But let's talk about, that leads me to my next point we're talking about today, Plant a Row for Hunger. Plant a Row is an annual campaign we've done for, I don't know how many years, a long time, where we encourage local farmers and gardeners to plant an extra row of produce with the intent of donating that produce to the food pantry. So why is that so important?
The reason that's so important is because, especially from the perspective of the pantry, it's extremely hard to come by fresh fruits and vegetables, which are really important to having a nutritious diet. And it's just not as nutritious to eat canned fruits and vegetables as it is to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. Again,
not to say we don't appreciate donations of canned stuff. We'll take it. It keeps well for a long term, which is really nice.
Yes.
But in this season as well, as people are planting gardens and as local farmers are getting their crops in, that's the time when produce is available. The idea here is that if you have enough forethought, you can actually plant an extra row. Plant an extra row of corn, plant an extra row of peppers or of whatever, and then donate that stuff to the pantry once it ripens. The other half of the equation is that come harvest time, inevitably, especially it seems like gardeners who just are doing like a home garden, you always end up with more than you can eat. You got more cucumbers than you know what to do with. You got more tomatoes,
more zucchini.
Right, zucchini. You got more than you need, and so you end up taking baskets to your neighbors, and you kind of force them on friends and family. And after a while, they're like, okay, enough zucchini. Bring them here. We'd love to have the fresh produce, and the families that are in need in Newaygo County would love it. They desperately need it, and they would love it. Fresh stuff comes in and out pretty quickly.
Yeah, if we get fresh produce, it's there and gone within a couple days.
And it's amazing how people really do. They are looking for it, because when we have it, it's gone.
Right.
So people can just drop in anytime with that kind of donation, right?
Yep. We're open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. So anytime during those hours, if you want to drop off a food donation, we are more than willing to accept them.
We also would recommend, if you have like a really large donation, if you're a larger farmer or have a really big garden and you want to make a big donation that might require extra help, just give us a call ahead of time. We'll make sure we have enough hands to help you unload it. We've had people bring in literally truckloads of we had like 3 or 4 pallets of potatoes came in, I think last year, and we actually offloaded it with the high-low and everything. So that was great that guy called ahead.
Right.
So the more food we get donated, the less we have to spend limited resources on buying food for the pantry. So really, donations are a huge part, and they could be an even bigger part.
But I would encourage people, if they wanted to donate money, to do that as well, because buying food through Feeding America, I can get 6 to 7 times the amount of food you would get at the grocery store for the same price.
I think we've covered everything. Thanks for watching the Snapshots today. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Cool.